Judge Alicon. Am I saying that right?
Yes, Senator.
Okay. Will you allow your personal or political beliefs to affect your decisions?
No, Senator. My personal beliefs have never played a role in the positions I took as an advocate, nor do they play a role in the positions I take as a judge when I'm neutrally deciding a case.
Okay. I'm glad we got that off the table. Let me ask you a few questions about how you view the world. Do you believe that minorities need special help to succeed?
Hey, Patriots. Welcome back to the channel. If you love this country, if you believe in the Constitution and the Founder's vision, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so big tech can't suppress our voices. Today, I want to talk about something that is absolutely wild, something that every American needs to see. We're talking about the confirmation hearing for Judge Alicon, one of Biden's judicial nominees, where Senator John Kennedy tried to get some straight answers. But folks, what we got was a masterclass in dodging, evading, and refusing to answer basic questions about how this judge views America and our justice system.
Senator, that issue is currently pending before the U.S. Supreme Court.
Yes, ma'am, but we just established that you're not going to let your personal opinions affect your decisions. You're going to follow precedent.
Absolutely. I will follow whatever
Okay.
precedent comes
So let's
from the
talk
Supreme
about your
Court.
personal opinions, which will be irrelevant to your position on the court. Do you believe that minorities need special help to succeed?
Senator, again, I don't have a personal position, and sitting here as a current sitting judge and
Have you
as
thought
a
about
nominee,
that? Have you thought about that?
I am aware that we have given preferential treatment. It's been subject to a lot of different court cases. The
Do you
issue,
agree with that or disagree with it?
it's not a question, Senator, of whether I agree or disagree. I
Sure
apply
it
the
is.
law as it comes before me.
You're being confirmed to the federal bench, and presumably you're a critically thinking person. I'm just asking you what you believe. Let me ask you one more time. Do you believe that minorities in America need special help to succeed? It's a very simple question.
Senator, to the extent policymakers have enacted laws that provide protections,
Do
I
you
would
agree with
faithfully-
those policymakers?
I am not a policymaker, and as a sitting judge, it
You
is...
don't have an opinion, or you're just not going to answer. I don't want to waste more time if you're not going to answer.
Senator, as a sitting judge, it is inappropriate for me to
No, it's
comment
not.
on my personal views.
No, it's not. We've already established that you're not going to let your personal beliefs interfere with your decisions, so I think you ought to tell us what your personal beliefs are. Do you believe in systemic racism?
Senator, again, that's a question for sociologists and academics. I take
You
every
don't
case...
have an opinion. You never thought about it.
I take each case as it comes before me on the individual facts.
What is systemic racism?
My understanding is that it's a sociological theory that racism plays a systemic role. But beyond that, I'm not an academic. I'm not a sociologist. I am a judge, and I apply the facts and the law to the cases that come before me.
Right, but you don't have an opinion.
No, Senator, I do not.
Do you have an opinion on anything you'd like to share with us?
Senator, as a sitting judge, it's inappropriate for me to comment on any personal views I might
No, it's
hold
not.
because
We
I
just
would not.
established, the first question I asked you was, your view of the world does matter. If you never thought about the world, if you never thought about these issues, you're not qualified to be a federal judge. And I think you ought to come here and answer. I think all of you should come here and answer them forthrightly. If I ask you, let me ask you one last question, and I will quickly, Mr. Chairman. Do you believe, you sit on the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. Is the District of Columbia Court of Appeals systemically racist?
Senator, as a sitting judge, I think it would be inappropriate for me to comment. I can say all of my colleagues take the cases open-mindedly
Do
and
you
on the
think it's
facts before them.
systemically racist?
I don't think that it is, Senator, but I also
Okay.
don't know if I'm qualified to give that type of
Well,
assessment.
you sit on the court, right?
I think all of my colleagues take their cases with an open mind, without any prejudice, and faithfully apply the law to the
Well, I'm
facts.
disappointed you won't answer my questions, but I thank the chairman for giving me the extra time.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Senator Hirono?
Now, at first, Judge Alicon says her personal or political beliefs have never played a role in her decisions as a judge or as an advocate. Okay, that's what every nominee says. But let's be real. We all know that worldview matters. If you're on the bench, You're making huge decisions that impact millions of Americans. Your view of the world, the way you interpret the law, the way you see America, matters. Then Senator Kennedy asks a straightforward question. Do you believe minorities need special help to succeed? And what does she do? She stonewalls. She says that issue is currently pending before the Supreme Court. She says she doesn't have a personal position. Folks, come on. You're telling me that someone nominated to the federal bench hasn't thought about one of the most hotly debated issues in America today? She won't even say if she's thought about it. Let's get real. The left has made equity and affirmative action the centerpiece of their agenda. They believe in dividing us by race and doling out preferences based on skin color. We believe in merit, in equality under the law, in judging people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. But Judge Alicon can't even say what she believes. That should worry every American. Next up, Senator Kennedy asks her about systemic racism, the left's favorite buzzword. And what does she do? She gives some textbook definition, says it's a sociological theory, and then claims she's not qualified to answer. Not qualified? You're about to sit on one of the most powerful courts in America, but you can't even tell us if you think the justice system is systemically racist? Folks, I'm sick of this. Judges today are terrified to say anything that might offend the left's orthodoxy. They're scared to say that maybe, just maybe, America isn't the racist hellhole the Democrats want you to believe it is. Instead, they hide behind legalese and academic jargon. This is the biggest red flag of all. She serves on this court. She works with these people every day, but she doesn't know if it's systemically racist. Either you believe in your colleagues in the American justice system, or you don't. If you're not willing to defend the institution you represent, how can we trust you to defend the Constitution? Listen, patriots, you know what this is about. The Biden administration is packing the courts with people who refuse to answer basic questions because they know their real agenda doesn't line up with the values of most Americans. They want judges who will rubber stamp their radical policies, not judges who will defend the Constitution. The founders never intended for judges to be blank slates with no opinions, no values, no views on the world. They wanted people of wisdom and character who would apply the law faithfully, yes, but also stand up for our country and its founding principles. Let me be clear. If you can't say whether you believe in America, if you can't say whether you believe in equal justice, if you can't say whether you think the court you serve on is racist or not, you don't belong on the bench. Period. To all my fellow patriots out there, pay attention to these hearings. Let your senators know that you demand judges who love this country, who embrace our values, and who will defend the Constitution, not activists in robes who refuse to answer for their beliefs. Are you sick of these non-answers? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more truth the mainstream media won't tell you. Stay strong. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.